The only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged. Remember that.
The only way they can take this election away from us is if this is a rigged election.
And it's Democrats. They're trying to rig this election.
But people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transfer of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
Those are just some of the comments Special Counsel Jack Smith says he wants to use as evidence against former President Trump to prove that he had the motive, the intent, and the plans to obstruct the certification of Joe Biden's victory on January 6th. And all that is a federal crime. The special counsel just filed this 9-page notice in the Washington, D.C. federal court overseeing Trump's election interference criminal case. This document goes even further than the August indictment in trying to tie the former president more directly to the actual violence that occurred on January 6th. The notice lays out the statements dating back to 2016 and even all the way back to 2012 that Smith says laid the groundwork to sow false doubts about the election systems in this country. The notice says they demonstrate the defendant's common plan of falsely blaming fraud for election results he does not like. The notice also cites past tweets from the former president and text messages from the Trump campaign and actions of the former president that Smith says he wants to enter into evidence during the criminal trial that proves his point that Trump, quote, sent supporters, including groups like the Proud Boys, whom he knew were angry and whom he now calls patriots, to the Capitol to achieve the criminal objective of obstructing the congressional certification. Smith's notice basically asks Judge Tanya Chutkin to allow the prosecution to enter this type of evidence that isn't specifically charged in the criminal indictment, but Smith says may be relevant to the jury's consideration of the alleged crimes. That evidence, according to the notice, includes things like former President Trump's continued steadfast support and endorsement of rioters, the fact that Trump sidelined his own advisors and officials who told him and the public the truth about the election results, and Trump's repeated refusals to commit to the peaceful transition of power dating all the way back to 2016 as evidence to support Smith's indictment. The former president's team has not yet responded to this filing by Special Counsel Jack Smith. Trump is facing 4 federal crimes related to his actions in what prosecutors call a broad conspiracy to subvert the 2020 election. At this point, this case is scheduled to go to a jury trial in March of 2024.